In this video, I'm going to show you how to enter or how to clone a purchase order in our Skyward management system. So to do this, we're going to open up a browser, Chrome or Internet Explorer, whichever works for you. In the address bar at the top, we're going to type in www.myflorence.org and hit enter, and it will bring you to the My Florence homepage. Once you're here, we're going to hover over the staff and then click Skyward Access. Click OK, and now this will bring us to our Skyward management system login. Here you're going to log in with your Skyward credentials. And once you do that, you will get a screen that looks similar to this screen. I'm logged in as Jennifer Hoiby, and this is probably what you'll see, something similar to this. What you're going to do from here is you're going to navigate to this down arrow here next to the home button, and you're going to click, and we're going to go to the financial management system. The financial management system is a system that we need to be in order to be able to work with our purchase orders. Once we're in the financial management system, we're going to click on purchasing, and then we're going to go to requisitions. Okay, once we're at this screen, we're going to come down to the box here and say clone from purchase order. Once we do that, we're going to be brought to a list of our POs from the previous years. What we need to do is find the PO that we wish to clone. In this case, I'm going to choose this one that's Wisconsin Transition Conference at the Kalahari, and I'm going to select that one and say clone, or select it, sorry. Once we do that, we're going to be brought up to this screen, and in this screen, it tells me that I have the fiscal year that I chose it from was 2017-2018. It gives me a brief description. But then what I'm going to want to do here is I'm going to want to go down, and if this isn't selected, make sure I say input dates. Okay, on this input dates, what we're going to choose here is for this next fiscal year, because this is a conference that I attended last year, but now I'm setting up the PO and the requisition for this next coming year. I'm going to choose that 7/1 of 2018 date for my due date. And my ship date, if I know what day the conference is taking place on, I could put the ship date as the date the conference is taking place on. But if I don't know that, I can just use that 8/10 of 2018 that we use in our first tutorial on how to enter a PO manually. Okay, once I have that done, then I can go up and simply click clone. Okay, now this screen should look super familiar, right? This is the screen that when we first come in to enter a PO to get that whole information on the top of our PO, this is that screen. So notice that most of this information is already populated. So in this screen, if the requisition group is different than what it was last year, you can click that down arrow and check the correct requisition group. But it should be pre-populated, and if you had it right last year, it should be right this year. This is the one that's going to be super important. Notice that it pulled in last year's fiscal year, 2017-2018. Well, that's great because I did attend this conference last year, but I'm going to attend it this next year as well. So here I can click the down arrow and pick this 2018-2019 fiscal year for the next year. Then I'm simply going to go down and I'm going to edit my name and make sure that I have my space and my dash and my space. And then if I want, maybe I want to change these dates to match the next year if I know them. Typically they move one day, so I'm just going to guess here and say that they're a day later. And now my description is good. Now remember, this description is really important because this is what helps us stay organized for our board meetings. So all caps, make sure it's a description of whatever is on that purchase order, and first initial, last name. Okay, the vendor, in this case, it pulls over. That should be the same as the year before. The ship to, this is a conference, so there is no ship to. But if it was you were ordering pencils or pens from Office Depot and you did it last year and you did it this year, make sure that that ship to corresponds with where you want it shipped. The attention should populate. If it doesn't populate, go ahead and key your name in, but please contact the admin office to let the girls know that it didn't populate, so that way it will next year. Our due dates and our ship dates carried over from the screen that we did before. The ship via, okay, again, this is a conference, so we don't have a ship via, but if it was pens or pencils, you could do best way or hold if it's something that you're going to order later. Once you have this completed and you've reviewed this thoroughly, then you're going to click Save. And now you will be called up to the next page. And in this page, we can take and we can click the View Requisitions Accounts. This is where we would just check to make sure that the requisition accounts are the accounts that we want allocated. And if we do Update Account here, we can look and we can see that this is the account that it was at. If it's not the correct account, we can pick the correct account and change that. But if everything looks right, like it does in this one, you can save it, and then you can just go to Save and Finish Later, and you're all set. Requisition is cloned, and you're good to go for the next year. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped.